What's up, runners? My name is Zach Levitt, and today I'm going to be telling you my best high school running tips. And since I've gotten to college and started running in college, I've learned so much about running, and I wish I had known certain things that I didn't in high school. And so that's why I'm making this video, to inform you guys on just great high school running tips. And if you're not in high school, do not worry, because there's still a lot to learn from this video. But let's jump right into this. One last thing before we get into this video, I just want to let you know who I am, because I feel like it's important to establish that connection with you so you can trust my tips and really know who I am, because I am a new face to this channel. And so basically my name is Zach Levitt, as I said, and I'm a creator here on YouTube where I make videos about running and my college experience and just everything around that. And so basically I run for the College of William & Mary, and I'm in my first semester here, and so I run long distance events, and I really just have a love for running. And when I was in high school, I learned a lot about running, but I thought I knew everything. I thought it was just a simple sport and there was, not too much to know. But when I got to college, I realized that there was just a world of information about running and so much to really take away from other people and other people's experiences. And since then, I've learned so much, and that's why I'm making this video, to share some of those ideas that I've learned with you guys. And so let's jump right into this. Okay, so for this tip, I need to be in bed because it's all about sleeping. Sleeping is one of the most important things you can do as an athlete, and especially as a runner, because when you're training super hard, your body needs to recover. You need recovery to reap all the benefits of your training. And if you're training super hard, that doesn't necessarily mean you're getting better, because if you're not recovering, then your body's not really absorbing that training. And when you're asleep, your body absorbs the training. So that's what you need to do to get better. When you're training hard, focus on getting 8 to 9 hours every single night. And since I've gotten to college, that's what I've really learned. So many coaches and different people that have come to talk to us have emphasized the importance of sleep. And it's really been a priority for me and my roommates, and we've really worked on becoming better sleepers, I guess. For me, when I was in high school, one of the biggest things that I messed up on was sleep, because I would get 6 to 7 hours, well, not consistently, but I would get 6 to 7 hours many nights of the week, because I would stay up late doing homework when I procrastinated to do that homework, and it was just a bad thing. And I didn't realize it then, but I think I could have really achieved a lot more if I had gotten sleep, because I feel like a lot of times I felt like my training was stagnating, but really I was just not getting my sleep, and I can probably pinpoint all of my stagnation to the lack of sleep. So definitely focus on your sleep. And to really show you how much we care about our sleep, being me and my roommates, I want to show you all the signs we have up about sleeping. Sign 2. Sign 3. And I mean, those are all of our signs, but I mean, it's a little excessive for just how small of a room we have. But we like to emphasize getting good sleep, and it's a good reminder to place little sticky notes or different pieces of paper like us around to remember you need to get your sleep. Get to bed. Okay, so the second tip is pretty high school oriented, but it's to trust your coach, because as much as you want to maybe trade coaches, or you may love your coach, you can't. Unless you want to move to a different high school, you can't really change which coach you have in high school. And that's what college is for, when you get the opportunity to pick your coach and pick the school that you want to go to. But while you're in high school, you need to take advantage of the resources that you're provided with. And if you truly think that your coach isn't giving you adequate training, then you should definitely use resources like the Run Experience to learn a little bit more about running, and maybe add certain things to your day or to your week depending on what you need. Now on to the third tip. Now I'm gonna be heading to the CAF, which is a dining hall here on campus, because I'm gonna be talking about nutrition and what you eat, because in high school, it's super easy to slack off on what you're eating and maybe slip into some bad habits, but I'll talk more about that when we get there. So let's head to the CAF. Okay, so as you can see today, I got a peanut butter bagel, a banana, and a little cup of coffee here. And this is one of the coolest parts about college, because you have the opportunity to eat healthy foods every single meal or unhealthy foods every meal. And it's really a decision. And when you're at home in high school, it's really hard to necessarily dictate exactly what you eat if your parents aren't going to buy exactly what you want. So what you need to do is try and eat as healthy as you can for your situation. So for me, my parents would ask, hey, do you want a salad or do you want like chicken and fries? And obviously I would say a salad because it's just the healthier option, and that's something that I really worked on when I was in high school, just doing better than I was doing the day before. Try to avoid artificial sweeteners and fried foods, and so focus on that and try and eat healthy. It's really important. So now to the next tip. Okay, so one thing regarding training that can't be overlooked is consistency. And when you're training potentially 5 days a week with your team and you have the weekends off, you need to take advantage of those weekend days to really become a better runner. And let me pull out some paper so I can demonstrate this a little bit further. Okay, so if we have a week here, and say your goal is to run 50 miles a week, then if you only run 5 days a week, you're gonna have to run 10 miles a day. And 10 miles a day is a lot of running. It's a pretty serious workload, and it's equivalent to 70 miles a week if you're running 7 days a week, which is a lot of mileage. But if you decide to run 7 days a week, then your workload gets cut down to only 7 miles a day. Oh yeah, and by the way, I know it's 7.14 miles a day, not just 7 miles a day to equal 50 miles a week, but I wanted to do 7 miles a day for demonstration purposes, so yeah, just needed to let you guys know that. And although you're running 7 days compared to 5 days, the consistency of running every single day is much more valuable than running 50 miles and then taking 2 days off. Because when you take those 2 days off, it's not that you get reset, but it kind of interrupts your training. And if you're consistently running every single day, then your body is really adapting to the stresses that you're applying to them. So it's definitely important to try and run on the weekends and maybe add a little bit more to your training plan. But be sure that you don't add too much, because I don't want to see any of you guys getting injured. And if you need the rest, if you need to be recovering a little bit more, then definitely take the time on the weekends off. But if you feel like you're handling your workload really well right now, then definitely consider running on the weekends and taking a little bit of a step up on the weekends where you can really make some of the biggest leaps. And so I would definitely recommend that. But now we need to head to the track so I can give you some quick tips on racing. Dang, it got rainy and cloudy since I was shooting that last clip, so I guess we're just gonna have to go to the track and be in the rain. Okay, so the drizzle decided to subside and now it's time for some racing tips. So my first racing tip is to take advantage of high school's flexibility. And what I mean by that is test out different strategies, see what works for you in races, and really find your strategy, because there's so many different race strategies, and really finding your own is a very critical part. Because if you decide to run in college or decide to run after high school and you want to be doing well in your races, then you want to have your strategy down pat, your known way of succeeding. And so that's really critical to learn and to remember. So my second tip though is to visualize, and this is applicable to every single runner. It's really important to visualize your races a couple days out and even a day before. And basically you just want to think about when you're gonna position your kick, when you're gonna, move to the front, and just know what's gonna happen in the race. It's really important to just think about that and have an idea of what's gonna happen on that day. And it'll just help get you in the right mindset and just prepare you for the race. And if you want to make it to the race, you have to stay healthy, and that's going to lead me to my final tip. Okay, so my final tip is to do core and strengthening exercises, because if you do your core and your strengthening exercises, you're going to help to prevent injury in the long term. And if you want to be training harder and smarter, then you don't want to be set back by an injury. And so doing core will help prevent that. And if you want to learn more about core and strength exercises, definitely check out some of the videos on the Run Experience. They have tons of videos about core and stuff like that. And if you want to check out some more videos like this one, go to my channel. It'll be linked in the description, as I said at the start of the video. And I'll see you soon. Live happy, be healthy.